All right, good afternoon, students. This is just a reminder. We talked about earlier today the careers project that you're working on, and I wanted to show you guys exactly how to find your files that you are required to submit in for grading and put them in a zip folder. So let's go ahead and get started. Today is February 1st, and let's look at the assignment requirements. Now, the cover letter, the very first thing that you're working on there, that's one of the documents that you need to put in your zip folder. Next, you have your resume, and we discussed that in class, and you should have that all ready to go. Then we have the thank you letter that you'll send to the interviewer after your interview. And lastly, you have your PowerPoint interview do's and don'ts, okay? And that is located right here. So these are the 4 files that you will select and put into a zip folder. Now, just shortly, I will show you exactly how to do that, just as a reminder from what we went over in class, just in case you need to actually see how to do that again. All right, let's go to the next slide. Now, the steps to zip files, how to zip files. The first thing you want to do is go to your careers project folder, and that's the folder you created earlier during the week when you were working on the daily lessons. Next, you want to highlight the 4 files needed within this folder. Then you want to right click on these 4 files. Next, you want to choose Send to Compressed Zip Folder. And lastly, once you've done all of that, these options or this option will put your 4 files into one folder that you'll send to me for grading. Okay, so let's just go ahead and review that one more time, and then I'll actually show you how to do that. You want to go to your careers project folder. That's the first step. Next, you want to highlight the 4 folders needed within this folder. Then you want to right click on these 4 files, choose Send to Compress Zipped Folder, and all of that will allow you to put your 4 files into one folder that you'll send to me for grading. All right, let's look at the grading rubric. We went over this earlier this week during class. The PowerPoint interview do's and don'ts that you'll create, you need to make sure you have all of these components completed, okay? And you want to receive the maximum points for each component listed here. We have the layout, graphics, your content, presentation, spelling, punctuation, and grammar, okay? So definitely read over the rubric. It's posted within the course, and I'm also showing it briefly to you here right now, just as a reminder as to what you need to do. All right, now let's go ahead and actually go into where those files are located. So we're going to go ahead and click on Start, go to My Documents, and that's just going to take a little second to pull up. And let's go ahead and go to the Careers Project. There's your folder right there. Okay, let's go ahead and double click on that. And these are the 4 files that I mentioned to you earlier. You have your cover letter, your interview do's and don'ts, resume, as well as the thank you letter. Okay, now what you want to do at this point, you want to press and hold the control key, and then you want to select the very first file. While still holding that control key, go ahead and use your mouse to click on the additional files that you need. So now you see we have 4 files highlighted. Okay, next step, we want to right click on those files, and we have that Send to option that I mentioned earlier. There it is, Send to, and we want to move over to the right here where it says Compressed Zip Folder, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And there it is. You automatically have that folder. Now, if I double click on it, it automatically gave it one of the names of one of the files, but that's fine. You can right click on that and rename if you want to. That's fine. But if I go ahead and double click on that zip folder, now I have all 4 files needed to submit for grading. Okay? So that is what I want you guys to do. Remember to actually go into your Careers Project folder, double click on that. Choose the files that you want to zip in your folder by pressing and holding the control key, and then selecting those additional files. Once you have them highlighted, right click on them, choose Send to Compress Zip Folder. Any questions or concerns that you may have, please send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But I think this should clear up everything that you guys need to do, and you should be ready to go for this careers project. Thank you guys so much for listening to this recording. And again, if you have any questions, please send me an email. Have a great day. Thank you.